Hey guys, welcome back to the 415 with your girls, Miss B and Kita. Happy Sunday. Well, happy Wednesday when you actually view this or listen to this. We are like super bright today.
Right.
Kita, what's up?
It's popping. It's popping. It's popping.
How
My
was the
eyes look
week?
a little shift. I just took my glasses off, trying to adjust my vision.
How you doing? How was the
Um,
week?
the week was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. Well. Yeah. I don't think nothing much went on this week. I mean, with me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think much went on. No.
I had a challenging week, so I really needed this weekend to be like real chill. I had a really good Saturday. For one, Friday and Saturday, it was storming like no other day. It was crazy. So this is the one day I actually was like, I actually like the rain. I looked outside, I was like, oh, now I see why. Because not Holly Berry, no, what's her name? Tony Braxton was like, I love the rain while other people hate it. And I never understood why people love the rain.
When that rain come down, that
Rain down.
so soothing.
Exactly.
So soothing.
Yeah, guys. So we have a cool episode for you. This is our 108th episode, right?
This is a kind of
Yeah. Because
There's a lot going on this week, guys. So just bear with
Yeah.
us. It's an entanglement of episodes.
Hello. But that's a new word for everybody. If y'all ain't never heard entanglement, you know it now. But we also want to say, like, we had a part 2 to last week's episode, but you can only view it on YouTube because our personal trainer, the trainer that came through, gave us workouts to do. So we was actually out there exercising on the podcast. So it didn't make sense.
Don't be looking at me like I'm crazy, y'all, because honey, she don't do no exercise.
Hey, it's motivation for somebody because there's a lot of people in quarantine right now who are just not taking care of themselves,
right?
Who actually want to exercise but don't even know where to start. So the biggest thing that she had us start with was doing 100 jumping jacks, which makes sense. She was saying, like, we walk and our arms move this way, our legs move this way, but they never move this way. So it's kind of like giving your body like another way of moving. So, and I was already doing that, but I didn't think about it like that. I was just like, yeah, jumping jacks work the whole body. So why not start that as a cardio, start. But yeah. So again, like, you can only view it because it doesn't make sense for us to put it in audio format because you can't really see or hear. Yeah. So it doesn't make sense. So we're not going to put the part 2 out there. So yeah, check that out. Training during the pandemic. Right. Episode 106. Now, for this week, today's episode, listen, all over Black Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, every social media platform, there is a meme, a GIF, or whatever about this whole entanglement situation with who?
Jada Pinkett and August Alsina and
Will.
Yeah.
Because listen, to start it, so like, yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about hair, Tiffany Haddish and a surprise.
And I just thought about this. I'm sorry. And old dude, old boy, whoever he want to be, trying to comfort Auntie Jill.
Oh yeah, that got to. So yeah, let's throw that in there. So it's a lot. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. But to start, maybe we should just talk about the guy that really tried to throw Auntie Jill under the bus. Because listen, his name, Kyle, that he has a blue check mark on Twitter. A lot of people didn't know who he was. People had to Google him. But you don't got to Google
a football player or something, basketball.
Yeah, but then nobody know that because you're not one of them big time players. Everybody had to go Google you. Nobody got to Google Jill Scott. Auntie Jill is gorgeous, beautiful, fly, everything. So for you to try and say something like, his comment was, what did he say? He said, so y'all really telling me y'all attracted to Jill Scott? Something along that. And we was like, that whole tweet took off, and I don't know if he was trying to do it to get recognized or what, but yeah, I think he ended up deleting the tweet, but it was still floating. Like, you can put a tweet out, but if it get traction and you delete it, that don't mean it's not going to keep floating because somebody already snapshot, screenshot, whatever, and it's going to keep going. People are still talking about it. And the way Auntie Jill came back,
she didn't even address the issue. She was like, "Oh, I'm still trending. Okay, well, by the way,
Breonna Taylor,
right?
Say her name." So listen, look, y'all better make sure you ain't out here killing and breaking down what we trying to build. Like, we supposed to be sticking together. You're not supposed to be like trying to tear another person down, another Black person down. That's the problem right now in the community. We need to stick together. We need to come together. For you to put that freaking comment out there, insensitive one at that, because literally what you was trying to do was you was trying to body shame. You was trying to pretty much negate like Black women, natural hair, glowing skin, all of that. You was really trying to put all of that to the side, like, and say Black.
It didn't say, oh, it's about energy. Okay. Honey, let me tell you something. Please believe. Don't think that a full figure chick can't bless your whole life.
There's so many. Come on.
Get your life together.
I don't know what it is with the world when they be trying to put people in this little box. It don't work like that. That's why modeling had to change. That's why it had to change.
And listen,
because everybody had to look like this.
Just signed their first transgender. I think it was Forbes. I hope I'm right. Signed their first transgender model. Hey, just saying, all the way around, things are changing.
Because it's like, you have to be inclusive, man. You have to include everybody. You can't just be selective. And I was a model, and I was never like this. I wasn't going to become no size negative. Like, I wasn't doing that. Because you're going to catch this wave the way I am. I'm not losing the weight. And I'm already slim, but no, I'm not doing that. Size 4, that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to no negative, no 0. No, we're not doing that. So I didn't like how it was, you had to look a certain way, this canvas, because this is one size fits all, and it's not like that. Then you got people now out here stressed out because they got to look a certain way when their whole body frame ain't even like that. Please. So that's that guy. What they say on the Breakfast Club, hee-haw, bye. You get that.
Talk the other day.
But anyway, yeah, we don't give him too much attention. Next thing, let's talk hair, you said? Okay. So I'm gonna let Kita start it. Let Kita talk, like, cause she brought up a good point about something, and I was like, okay. So I'm gonna let her run with this one.
So last week, I want to say it started maybe Monday or Tuesday. I had just seen it. No, first I heard about it. I was on my lunch break, going to Smoothie King, and I heard somebody on 107.9 say Tiffany Haddish and cut all her hair. Something wrong with sis. Mental health is a hell of a thing. Da 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 da. And I'm like, Tiffany Haddish cut her hair. So immediately what I do, go to Instagram. Maybe I didn't see it because I probably seen I was looking for a picture instead of a video. So I kind of was like, whatever, she ain't cut her hair, whatever. And then I seen a video pop up somewhere else. And I was like, oh, well, let me go back and see what she did. So Tiffany Haddish, she got in front of the camera, taking her faux locks out, and just started clipping. And she didn't even undo the dreads. She just clipped at the root and was like, I'm done with this. I've been wanting to do this for years. I want to see my scalp. I know every part of my body but my head. I want to see everything. I want to see what's going on with me. I want to see everything. So she did 3 videos that night. She did the one for her clipping her locks out. Another one was her getting her hair kind of leveled out, shaped out, or whatever.
You mean like a barber?
No, she didn't go to the barber. It was her stylist. Her stylist went to the store, beauty supply, and bought some raised shape clippers and kind of like even everything out. And then the next one was she was she was faded out, and her and Michael Blackson was having a conversation on live, and he was,
I can't even see him in a serious conversation.
Right.
I just can't.
And, he was making jokes, but he was like really, he was joking with her, but he was still like encouraging, why she cut her hair. He was like, man, in my country, it's only 2 reasons why women cut their hair. It's because they got lice or they can't afford the braids no more. And she was like, well, I ain't got no lice and I got money, so I can afford the braids. I just don't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah. Did he have like his whole accent still? Like, does he really have like straight accent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was just a very serious, it wasn't a serious conversation, but he was like, yeah, as long as once you go to a real barber, get them to cut it up, whatever, it's going to look just the way you want it to look. He was like, ain't nothing wrong, whatever. And he was just also showing like a spot in the back of his head, where his sister had hit him with a pot.
Wow.
And his hair don't grow back there anymore, but I guess because he may have a lump back there or something, I don't know, not. But anyway, so as Black people do, here comes Black Twitter and Black Facebook and Black Instagram. Something wrong with sis. She cut her hair. She looked crazy. What could be me? Bitch, let me tell you something. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. Y'all piss me the hell off. The hell off. First of all, everybody that talked about her probably ain't got no damn edges in the first place. No edges. Damn near don't even have no eyelashes. Talking about somebody else because they decided to cut their hair because that's what they want to do. You understand me? Every time a woman does something drastic, she does not need validation or permission from anybody to do anything that she wants to do. And it's not always about something mentally going on. You just want to change. Black women go through so many styles every year, every decade, whatever. We change our hair at the drop of a hat. Some people just want to be bald-headed. What's wrong with being bald-headed? Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to see your face.
I think it's because people always want to crack jokes. You old bald-headed ass on that.
That's because I wanted to be bald-headed.
You ain't got that. You ain't that.
Don't matter, bitch. I got edges, but not that. I got edges. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, people who always downplaying other people, they have so much stuff going on with themselves that they can't even.
They're projecting it
onto nobody. They're projecting their own insecurities onto other people. Nobody needs validation or a mental issue to go through to do something that they want to do with their body.
My thing is, because growing up, you had to have long hair. That's just what it was. And it had to be straight. You can't have your natural hair. So nobody really was rocking. There's like a select amount of people who did not relax their hair. I saw that. Who didn't relax their hair. And the people who were relaxed straight hair would be like, I don't know why they won't do their hair coming out the house looking like that. I don't know why she won't put a comb to it. But the funny thing, now that I said that, I saw a Instagram post of this Black girl who said, my mom was yelling at me, telling me I need to do my hair. Go do something with your hair. And I was so scared to tell her that this is me doing something to my hair. She had a twist out. And that was her hairstyle. And I was like, that is powerful, because listen, they want you to be a certain kind of way. You can't be yourself. You gotta literally, like I said with the modeling, they want you to be in this box when everybody's different. Hair is nothing, okay? When your confidence still come through in that bald head, your sass, your swag, your everything, it don't even matter.
You just crank it up. Crank it up.
All I say is, with a bald head, you can really see my face now. Hello.
Can you see me now?
See my features.
Can you see me now?
All I know is it's like, listen, if you like they tell you as a kid, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Period. Keep your judgment, keep your stank comments, negative, everything to yourself. That's exactly why we're in the world of hate right now, because everybody want to project it. Like she said, insecurities. They want to project everything. Their hate onto somebody. They want to tear other people down so they feel better, which doing that, they still don't feel better. It was temporary relief. I never was the type to talk down to anybody or make somebody feel. I'm always about, as a runway coach, that was my job, to pull out the best out of every model that I worked with. It wasn't just about teaching you how to walk. It was about bringing out your confidence. Mm-hmm. That's the role of a runway coach, a real one who actually cares what people look like as they come down the runway. That was my job. That's what made me Miss B. You understand? Because I had girls who were broken. Girls who would say, I'm not beautiful. Somebody said I'm this. Fat shaming.
You are beautiful, no matter what they say.
Yeah, that's it. So when they came on my hair runway, drop the gum and get into it. That's it.
You better work, show that.
Hey, and the thing about it is like, I want to walk like you, Miss B. No.
I got my own walk. You get your own walk.
I got my signature, and we're going to find your signature. I don't want nobody to walk like me. You may be able to imitate, but you'll never be able to walk like me. Understand? Period. So, yeah, you got people out here talking about other people, bringing people down. It's just not it. I'm going to need y'all to really focus and really pull out something positive to say about somebody. The next time you see somebody posting something, say something nice. Don't let your brain go left. Left that way. Don't let your brain go left. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Build people up, encourage people, and that's it. Shoot, I'm tossing it back to Kita, because Kita got what she got to do. That's what she got.
I mean, I ain't got nothing to do, but you know, and being that this is our platform, and I didn't get to do it last week, you know what I'm saying? And you know, Tiffany came out with her stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I had already done it before Tiffany did hers. It was just the fact that, just seeing those comments, it pissed me off. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, damn, you can't do nothing as a woman. You can't do anything as a woman for yourself. Mm-hmm. To be like something that you're happy with for other people to tear down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I cut my hair the week. I think that Wednesday I cut my hair.
The Wednesday of 4th of July.
Yeah, and I went to the barbershop that Saturday and got it cut lower. Mm-hmm. And I just really felt like I always said that was a personal goal of mine, to cut my hair low once I got to a certain weight.
Yep. She's been saying that. Listening, she's been saying that. There's a few episodes. I was like, I'm cutting my hair. When I get to a certain weight, I'm cutting my hair off. I don't care. I'm cutting it all off, and I'm done. It's gonna be wrapped. So, because she didn't cut it, because I cut mine in June.
Right.
So don't get it twisted.
Right. So I literally called Miss B, and we was on FaceTime.
First of all, I was supposed to be going to bed. I'm in the bed about to go to bed, and she had me up for like another hour. She thinks she's slick. Gonna call me when I'm in the bed.
I was up for a whole. Well, I was like, "Yo, listen, I'm about to cut my hair." She was like,
"Wait." I was like, "Bruh." She was like, "This her hair." She's like, "Right here." I said, "No."
Go shorter.
Right here. I was like, "No." She was like, "Right here." I was like, "Uh-huh."
And listen, that thing was so. This is my hair now. I got my do-rags on. Hold on.
She got the wave situation going. Damn, you can see her whole face, her hair. She got edges, y'all.
Hold on. I ain't got my brush.
It's fine. You heard me. It's fine. Just give him a little side situation.
Yeah, a little side jank, whatever. Mm-hmm. But another thing.
I was doing it like I.
Right. Oh, get it. Headphones right. But anyway, yeah. So
go ahead and fling your hair. Go ahead and fling your hair.
Huh?
I said, go ahead and fling your hair.
It ain't grew back too, so.
Mm-hmm, I see it.
So another thing is why I'm happy I cut my hair, and we could kind of go into we could transition it as we go into this. I'm glad I cut my hair because I didn't realize, I thought I was handling my stress, and I wasn't. Mm-hmm. when I cut my hair, and I'm not saying I cut my hair because I was stressed. Right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I thought I was managing stress throughout my life because I didn't see any effects of it with the naked eye until I cut my hair. When I cut my hair, I'm in the barber chair and I'm like, and you know how you at the beauty salon or you at the barber shop and they go to brush your hair and you see flakes coming out. And I'm like, I just washed my hair before I came. I know my hair not dirty. He was like, oh, your hair ain't dirty. That's eczema. And I'm like, and he was like, and you got breakage. So I'm like, wait a minute.
So your hair's already short and it's breaking.
I cut my hair, right? I cut my hair on Wednesday to here. And then you still telling me I have breakage going on in my scalp? Oh, I was so pissed. I wasn't pissed because I didn't see it. I didn't see it at first until I went to go take a picture of my scalp and I looked and I had a patch right here. I had a patch right over here. I got something going on over here. I was so pissed off because I'm like, and everybody kept saying, oh, your hair is so long. Your hair is so healthy. Why you cut your hair? Your hair, I like your hair.
People always worried about what you got, your hair. Like it defines you.
Right.
It's a piece of you.
Right. Exactly.
It's an accessory.
That part, an accessory that can be changed at any time.
Couldn't catch that word.
Just because my hair was healthy, long, and thick, don't mean that my scalp was healthy.
All that hair, starting to grow.
Right. All that hair was just hiding stuff underneath, which goes into the next topic.
Oh, shout dance.
And go to the next topic until you get to the root of things, and you cannot heal anything until you get to the root of it. So you got to take off. You got to take off you got to take off what's hiding the pain, hiding the trauma, and get to the root of it. Because if you don't, and then when it creeps up, so imagine if I would have kept my hair long, right? And all of a sudden, I wake up one day to go part my hair, and I got a big ass bald spot right there, and I don't understand why.
Or you part and the whole thing come out.
The whole thing come out, all because all this time I'm thinking everything all good hunky dory, and it ain't.
And in that moment, you would be, I think, even more scared to cut it.
Right.
Because now it came out.
I got a bald spot.
Right.
I got a bald spot. Right now, I'm able to, luckily, because I've been telling y'all this whole time, I told y'all this back in May. There is a reason why we are in quarantine. There is a reason why we are doing things and because we are being prepared to do stuff in the way that we should do it. I've been telling y'all, I've been creating and mixing my own oil, hair and body, not knowing I was going to be needing it in July. So this whole time I was setting myself up for stuff I didn't even know I was going to be needed for my own self. I mean, I knew it. I knew how to do my thing, but I didn't know I would be the one that will need to be the one that's going to test it out. So I'm glad and that was another thing. I cut my hair I cut my hair because my weight. That was a personal goal. But I also cut my hair because I said, if I need to know how this works for me, if I want to,
your scalp.
I need to know how my oil is going to work. Not knowing I really need to know how it was going to work. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I cut it because I'm going to use it. I want to see how my hair grow, how thick it's going to be, how shine it's going to be. Not knowing I was going to need it to repair my own stuff.
It's to reset.
Reset. So now it's like
at any given day, any given time, you can reset your life. You gotta want to do it.
Right. So now
nobody to tell you to reset. You can reset in the next minute.
Right. So now I've been using my oil faithfully. Even I've been using it, but I've been using it on my hair faithfully for a whole week. And I've noticed how those spots are filling in. Even though it's been a week, I'm gonna still keep on going to see how things transpire. But hey, like I said, if you don't get to the root, you're gonna always be jacked up.
Now, get into the root. Not the roots, but August Alsina.
Right.
That part. So Mr. August, if y'all know who he is, R&B singer from New Orleans, had a sit down with Miss Angela Yee of The Breakfast Club. It was about an hour. She really didn't get a word in. It was really August's like interview. He took that thing and ran with it. And the biggest highlight that everybody took from that 1 hour interview was the situation with Jada.
Yeah.
And really Will. I mean, because Will is looped into this entanglement, which is the key word that.
Even though Angela Yee used entanglement first, but
did she?
Yep. Yeah. She said the song about the car.
Oh yeah.
And she said it's kind of like a disentanglement.
Yeah.
So she went with it first, and then
look at that. And I'm wondering, well, no, because Jada probably had to watch it.
Yeah.
They had to really get the facts before they can kind of address it. So yeah. So maybe that's why she used entanglement. But the way she said it twice in her interview is why with Will, because Will, it's funny because I think Will needed her to say it twice. Because I think
he needed her to own it. He needed her to own it. Like, don't try to dismiss it. It is what it is. It was a relationship.
Right.
Don't dismiss it at all.
Because she was trying to put a different label on it. He was like, entanglement. You mean, so it was a relationship. But so in the interview with August and Angela, he just was talking about, because she really asked him, why is he so secretive when it comes to like his love life or whatever. And I get it. Like, we just nosy as fans or whatever. Yeah, we want to know what celebrities, but I get it. That's something near and dear to your heart that you really don't want to share. He said he had, I think, like 3 relationships, and one of them is the one with Jada, where he said it pretty much took took everything out of him because he went all in. And then he used this term that he's a demisexual. I had to look it up because I was like, all right. So it's really about, I guess, you only have sex with those people that you actually have strong, deep feelings for, or something like that. So until those feelings come up, that's when you do it. But he said he's celibate. I think he said, is he celibate a year or 3 years?
3.
Anyway, I think it's 3. He said it's been a long time. Fine. So, yeah, because this happened in June, but I don't know why this fired up now. Because it came a big thing last week, and I have no clue why. Because this interview was on June 30th. So it just hit like midweek. It was just like nowhere. I want to know who was the first person who tweeted that. Because listen, that thing took off, and everybody had to go listen, watch all of that. Because you had to watch that interview
to understand Red Table Talk.
And you also
even though I did it backwards.
Right. But you also had to watch his documentary too.
I didn't watch the documentary.
Yeah, because he kind of brought it up again of the crashing, what love is and all this stuff and all his hurt. Because like, again, like that interview with Angela Yee, he was talking about his pain, his illness, how his immune system is not, 100% good. It's like all the stuff that he's gone through, like losing his sister. Is that his blood sister or was that his brother's wife? Because that's the part that is not connected for me. Because I think it was his brother's wife. Because in like his documentary, he shows like his nieces and they're saying, they threw balloons up saying, "Happy birthday, daddy." And their mom was there, which is what I think they're saying is his sister. But I think that was his brother's wife. Because in the documentary, they said, put the camera on her.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they said, put the camera on her because she can't move forward and get with anybody else because she's still stuck with him. She can't remarry. So I feel like that was her.
No, I don't think so because this sister, he said that she was scared of everything. She was scared to drive. She didn't want to be on the interstate. She was just fearful of too much stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's because of losing him. That's what I'm saying. The documentary is showing that. I feel like that may be.
I don't know. I have to watch it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was looking up his sister's and they all have the last name Branch, but the only because they're saying
he might be related to me, child.
that's I was thinking that too. But listen, I was thinking when I looked up all his siblings, they all have the last name Branch, and the only girl, her name was Letitia or something like that. But the one that passed was Chandra. And that's not in his Wikipedia. So that's why I'm thinking that was his sister-in-law. Because remember, when you get like when they're married into the family, they really become family, especially if you have a good, deep relationship with them. So he's saying like something about they feel for the kids. Because like if this is true, they lost both their mother and their father. One to violence and one to health. So it's just like that's even a bigger burden that he carries. Because he lost his blood brother and then he lost a sister that's pretty much close to like blood. So I don't know.
Right.
So that was that. But I'm gonna let Kita get to the red table talk part because I just watched that last night. So yeah.
Like I was saying, with the red table, I watched the red table talk first because first of all, I'm such Will and Jada. It's like my auntie and uncle, whatever, in my head. So I didn't really get to see the August Alsina's video until I watched it this morning. But I watched Red Table Talk the other day when it came out. And, people saying, people are calling Jada like, oh, you're a predator, da-da-da-da. Like, first of all, he was of age.
Yeah, she was 21 years older than him. I'm like, Keisha Cole, look, right. She barely made it.
He is of age. They're saying that you got him at a vulnerable time because he was dealing with mental or his health issues. First of all.
And that was your son's friend. But go ahead.
Yeah. And they're saying, oh, y'all come down on men all the time when they do stuff. Let me tell you something. Men prey on women all the time.
No matter where they are.
Men, not all, men will see a woman who has no confidence, who lacks self-confidence, that's at a very vulnerable stage in her life, and use that to get what they want. Knowing that this woman is not in the right headspace to be dealing with
called control.
And that is something that men been doing all their life. Which Jada also admitted that at that time, she was in a bad space. She needed to be healed as well. So they were basically in a toxic relationship. This person was dealing with something. This person was dealing with something, and they both became addicted and used each other as a drug to kind of numb whatever they was feeling at the time, and they thought that's what it was.
But I'm trying to understand.
Not saying that August didn't love her.
I mean, if you listen to his interview, you can tell.
Not saying he didn't love her, but at that time, and the space that he was in dealing with his issues, and the space that Jada was in dealing with whatever was going on with her and Will, that was not good.
We want to know too.
That wasn't good.
We want to know what happened.
Right. So I understood Jada when she said, when you're the type of person that's kind of hurt and you see somebody else hurt, you try to heal them by healing yourself. And I've done that many a times when I'm in my own crap, but I know somebody else is dealing with their stuff, and I'm trying to help them deal with their stuff, and it's going to help me feel better. And it repeats a cycle because you never really get better until you push away from everybody and you decide, hey, I need to do the work for myself, because if I don't get right for myself, I'm never going to be right
for anybody.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I feel bad for everybody, August, because I understood August, especially after watching the video, and it was only like 5 minutes worth of Jada.
Exactly. And they really thought he took his
No,
whole
it turned-
interview.
right, it was about Jada and Will.
It was 5 minutes.
Right, and that's why I think that's why Jada and Will only spent like 12 minutes talking about it, because it wasn't really about, the entire thing wasn't about them. It was about
And he didn't bash anybody.
Nobody bashed anybody. And that's what I like. Nobody bashed anybody, because I feel like they all knew they were all dealing with some crap, and they don't kick nobody when they down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
August showing his maturity.
Yep.
And connecting and allowing himself to feel, allowing himself to heal. One thing I did get with what he said, as far as Black people have been taught to be hush hush about their pain, about everything they go through for so long, that it's literally like having a knee on your neck.
Yep.
And that is so true.
Yep.
We go through life holding so many secrets, holding in so many pain, being oppressed by everything that happened in our life and not allowed to release it. Imagine, and that could have been, one of the reasons of why all his ailments started declining, because he kept, and not saying all of this happened because of Will and Jada, but other things in his life contributed to this. And it's, for me, it sounded like it worsened when his sister died. When the sister died, and he was trying to take care of the girls, and then he ended up going to LA. Yeah. And he was able to sit in it by himself. That's when everything came crashing down.
And so he had to go back home.
And So it was like, we have to let things go, because if we don't let stuff go, we don't let it out, that stuff just eats at you. That's why I said I didn't know all this stuff was going on with my scalp. I didn't know until I cut it. Until I cut my hair, and I'm like, oh, where these patches come from? I've never had patches in my hair. What is this?
Right.
So we have to learn to let go of things, and I think that's another reason why he didn't bash Will and Jada, and they didn't bash him, because when you at a journey in your life, you have to deal with the journey in your life the way that you need to deal with it. So for him letting that go, who's to say like it's helping him in a way?
Yeah, and the other part is, when you're broken, you shouldn't even be in any type of situationship. You should really just kind of get there, go through your stuff by yourself, be by yourself, get that alone time. But a lot of people don't do that. They go right into the next thing, and they bring in all this baggage. And then that other person who's going through is bringing in all their baggage. And then there's even more weight. So that's another part that I noticed. I was like, man, she was already going through it. Based on the tone of what she was saying, you knew it was something so deep between her and Will.
When Will said, I was done with your ass, I was like, oh.
And everybody's like, where's the rest of the story? Because listen, but I get it.
But I give it to them though. I give it to them for putting that out there, because it helps us to, we know everybody ain't perfect. We know people are not perfect. They are human. But to know that Will and Jada was going through some stuff.
That's what I'm saying. No marriage, no matter who you are, is perfect. Everybody has problems. These celebrities have problems for real. And then like when Will was like, I got to get you back, and she was like, you already did. Everybody else is like, yo, who? So another part of the story.
Everybody want to know. And who's to say that he probably didn't even do that? He probably did something else. Something remotely else close. Something else petty or whatever. Because Will, it looks like the petty type.
I mean,
he probably did something else and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you back. Don't worry about it. Oh,
yeah,
your day is coming."
She tried to shut it down. He was like, "No, for me it is." I was like, "Oof."
And this is another thing that me and Miss B always said: men got feelings too.
Yes.
August is hurt.
Yeah.
Will was hurt. And I think Will, the look on his face this past week wasn't about hurt because of what I think is he's irritated because this is coming back up. and he has to relive this situation all over again. And it's not something we were past this, and now I have to deal with this crap all over again.
But that's what interviewers do. That's what these talk shows do. They love bringing up your past to make you go through it again after you already went through therapy or whatever the case is, to get out of that. It's kind of like, yo, stop asking me this. Like, that was a 4-year ago situation. We in 2020. Why are you bringing up all this stuff? But I get it. At the time, probably 4 years ago, August probably didn't get a chance to say his truth. So this was probably the time when he finally got to, you know what, and I got to get this out. Right.
And so, the look of his face when he was doing the interview, it's like, did he even really want to talk about it? Because he was like, I'm still shaking right now. Like, I don't even think he wanted to talk about it, but it's probably something he probably needed to do to heal from the situation. Because that's when, and he was like, I still got love for them people.
Yeah.
I still love them people. Like, like, I have nothing bad to say about them at all.
And the crazy thing is, like, when he said he got permission from Will, you know, I was like, as I'm listening, because I didn't listen to the Red Table Talk, I was just like, wait, what? He got permission from Will? I'm like, Will gave him permission to just do. So when, you know, I think their rep said what August said was untrue, that's when Jada and Will said they had to have this conversation.
Right.
And Jada was like, no, I'm the only one that can give permission.
Right.
Not Will, like me.
I think because, like August said, it happened during a time when they were married into life partners. That's when the transition from married to life partners came in. And I think the fact that because he was still able to have conversations with Will, maybe, I don't know.
So what is this life partner thing? It's like they don't believe like the marriage to be the traditional
They don't
way.
have the title of married.
Yeah. So what are they putting on their marital status then?
I mean, they're still married, but they just look at it as being a life partner. And because I said that plenty of times on this podcast, I don't want to be married anymore. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not married, but I wouldn't want to be married. But if the guy said, hey, I want to marry you, then okay, I'll do it, because I'm not going to pressure you to marry me. I would rather you to be my life partner, because guess what? We don't have the pressures of the world telling us how we should act as a married couple, because everybody have expectations on, oh, that ain't what you do as a married couple, or this ain't what a married couple look like, or this ain't how things supposed to look or be, da 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 da. We setting our own thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, and it's funny because if you go back to the first Red Table Talk that they did, as you know, with Will, Jada, Willow, and
Jada.
Was
it Jada? Oh,
the mom, the grandma. They kind of talked on it, but you didn't know who it was. Because Jada, you know, said, I don't care what happened. We ain't getting no divorce. You're going to be on your side of the house. I'm going to be on the other side of the house. And that's how it's going to be. We come to figure out we are more of life partners than anything.
Yeah.
So they had to go through their own stuff to figure out how to come back together and what works for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what a life partner is. Like, so that's why the whole marriage and life partner thing, like, I get it. Like, I don't want the pressure of what I need to be, and just respect me.
Yeah. I think, again, a union should just be between the two people. You know, there's so many outside sources that want to come in and tell you how to do you and how you need to be and how you need to live and how you need to operate in certain situations that come about or whatever. I just feel like if everybody just mind their own business. But
nobody would ever mind their own business.
Because social media allows people to be able to freaking pry into people's lives and stuff.
But that's how, again, you never heard, you had like whispers of, you know, Will and Jada got an open marriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you never seen, or it was never confirmed, because they kept their business to themselves. Even when Beyonce and Jay-Z were going through their stuff. You cheated on Beyonce. What kind of crap? You know what I'm saying? Because they always kept their stuff secret. You never knew what was going on between them unless you listen to their music. If you listen to Beyonce music, you could figure out what the hell was going on, because a lot of musicians put their life in their music. You just got to decipher what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's just like I said, I'm happy that August was able to, and like August said, you know, you gotta allow yourself to feel. If you feel bad, sit in it, figure it out. If you feel good, sit in it. If you feeling angry, sit in it. Like people got to stop trying to allowing other people to tell them you can't feel a certain way. That's your feelings.
See, the thing about people, the thing you need to understand and realize is when you're in that angry state, you can't react. You really got to sit in that anger until you cool down, because the next person that come in your, space in that moment is going to get it, no matter what they say. And that's the part that people miss. When they're angry, they want to have conversations that they don't need to have. So now they're talking down to people, they're calling people out their names, they're belittling people, they are bashing people, bullying people, and so much more. And it's like, that is the part of the Black community that needs fixing. Because when we're angry, we tear up everything.
And he said that. He said, when I'm mad, I clean this bitch out. I clean it out. When Black people mad, that's when they go into full. You want something done? Get me mad.
Look at the protest.
Exactly.
The rioting part. How angry people were. So that's what I'm saying. Like when you really focus on, all right, and you really realize how you feel or how somebody made you feel, you already know what the trigger is. Now, when that trigger comes up again, it's up to you to act this way or that way. Now, if you act that way, you got to live with that, because everything that happens after that is on you, because you had a choice to go left or right. So that's the thing.
And let me see. I think it's something else I wanted to say that I understood what he was saying. How when August was like, when his sister died, and I guess the time of the ending of him and Jada, maybe, I don't know. So don't quote me. I'm not. When his sister died, he see his sister there, lifeless. So he cried, he mourned over his sister, but he was also mourning over himself. Because a part of him died. Their relationship with him and Jada took a lot out of him. And this is something, people don't understand. And when it comes to soulmates, right? And not all soulmates are sexual. You don't have to have a sexual encounter for every soulmate that you come across. And I'm glad, he said it. Soulmates come in different forms all the time. You could have several different soulmates in one lifetime.
Right.
When you and I understood exactly what he was saying. When you come in contact with that soulmate, and now you're being ripped apart, that is the most painful, agony feeling to ever have in life. When you come in contact with that person, it would take a lot out of you, but at the same time, something new emerges from that. And that's when you have to realize, how you have matured as a person. Because you could, like you said, you could either take it to go one way, or you could go a different way. Because I know every time I've come in contact with somebody who's of a soulmate, it took me to another level in life each time. Each time. But even though the pain, the pain of tearing away from that person is like, it would have you on your tail. It would have you on your tail, because now you gotta, it's making you something that you thought you like, well, I got it, I'm cool, and you break away from this person, and now new skin. It's like getting that new skin.
Mm-hmm.
Now something else, you gotta figure things out. How I'm gonna do things in life, and then it's just too much. It's a lot. But I understood that pain. Child, because honey, if I told you about the entanglements I had with soulmates, honey, you'd be like, girl.
No, I was gonna say. So I looked it up, and it did say it's his sister-in-law. It just makes sense when watching the documentary. I'm like, yay. That documentary is like it's 5 episodes, and each episode is like under 15 minutes. And it's called The State of Emerge and See. State of emergency. Like you're gonna emerge. You know what I mean? Like coming out. So yeah. If we don't fix what's hurting on the inside, we ain't gonna be good to nobody on the outside forever.
Like he said, you gotta reveal to heal.
Hello. And that's what quarantine is, man. You have all this time because we don't know when it's going to end.
2020 has been what we call it, 2020.
It's really a vision, the clear vision. That's really
like everything coming out.
What? Because you thinking clear vision in a good way, but this really is a vision when you think about it. At first, I hated it, but now I'm like, you know what? I don't really hate the year. I just hate some of the things that's happening. But at the same time, I do like that we're all stuck in this together. It's not one state. It's not one community. It's everybody in the world at that. But I was trying to say something. So yeah, in this quarantine, like you have the time to really clear the cache in your mind. I just put this out on my Instagram today. Like, just like you clear the cache on your computer, on your phone, you need to do the same for your mind because you keep replaying the same memories, the same experiences, the same traumas, the same stuff in your mind. It's called mind chatter, mind clatter. All of that is just too busy in your mind and you can't focus on anything else but that. And it's really like putting you, like backing you into a corner because you can't even be great. You can't even be positive. You can't even have a good vibe. Because you keep bringing up all this stuff. So you really need to clean that out in this time, this downtime, this lockdown, this pandemic, so that when it's time to go outside, you ready. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can get in your way. You're going to be focused on your next thing, your next goal. So, you know, there's a couple of states that are rolling back their phases to 1 because the cases are getting worse because people are not following the rules. Like if you can't change nobody, you can't control nobody else, but wear the mask for you. Think about if you don't wear the mask and you get sick, you can't do the things you want to do when this whole thing opens up. So focus on that. You really want to be stuck in the house when everybody else outside? Wear your mask. That's it. It's simple. Eat good, exercise, wear your mask. Boom.
I don't think we ever going back outside.
You stupid. But yeah,
I want to go outside. I want to go to the pool. I want to get my hair wet going to the pool.
I ain't never going to a pool. I stopped doing pools, and mind you, I can't swim anyway. But I stopped pools 10 years, maybe 12 years ago. I ain't doing pools. I go to the beach. The pool, just seeing the cloudiness from people who don't shower, because I know personally people who go to the pool without showering first. I know them kind of people. And that's nasty. So no. So I'm like, what's the point of getting in the shower if you're gonna go to the pool? It got chlorine in it. You know what? That right there, that's why we ain't friends.
Spanking booty.
Hello. So like, no, I'm gonna go to the beach because look, what the beach do? Go like this. And new come in. That's what it's doing. Get out of here with that. People just nasty and I ain't got the time. That's why people coming up with all these different diseases now. If y'all don't stay clean, if y'all don't eat right, exercise.
Wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Got 2 years old dirt on you. Get out of here. Talking about something I'm gonna just wash up.
Black as hell. That ain't diabetes. That's dirt.
Look, I know people who only wash up. The sink, that's their bath. That's just nasty. Look, I'm gonna need you to get your life together. Okay?
A little dirty.
That's why I can't. I take a bath after I shower. That's the only way I can take a bath because I just can't be sitting in the water and like I can't do it. I gotta shower first, then I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna relax in the bath because now I'm clean. I'm chilling. That's how I do mine. I can't do it. But yeah, y'all. This was a pretty dope episode. I really don't know what we calling this thing, but I feel like it just need to be just free. Something about free. So yeah, we went pretty long, so hopefully y'all are okay with it.
Right.
But yeah, it's the 415, y'all. Real conversations, real experiences, real girl talk, real life. Your girls.
We just real.
B and Kita. Okay. We on YouTube. We on iHeartRadio. So you can see us or you can hear us on wherever you get your podcasts. Okay. Do it. This week, be good. Be kind to somebody. Say something nice to somebody. You like their shoes? Tell them. Don't just stare at them. Tell them. Like yesterday, I was in the Walmart. This lady gonna tap me. I didn't like that part because she was touching me. So I was like, wait. But I just let it slide. Just came home and I scrubbed my arm. But she was like, I like your shoes, girl. And then the way she said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let that slide. Thanks, girl. Okay. Because the shoes was cute. They was little slides. They was cute. I've been waiting to pull them bad boys out. So yeah. Okay, we gonna end it on that note. I don't know what she doing over there.
My knee.
Better stretch. Every day, everybody's supposed to stretch. Stretch. Count to 15 for every stretch you do. And then you go to the next stretch. Okay? Be good. Free your mind. Peace out. Until next time. You already know.